Namaste, Sastriyakal, Assalamu alaikum, friends and community. It has been some time since we've been on the mat together, and there are times in life when one withdraws and enters a phase of wintering, of retreat, and that is a place in which I have been, and that is the practice that we are going to honour today. We are in Samhain. Samhain is the Gaelic festival. It's part of the wheel of the year in Celtic traditions, and it is one that I'm inspired by, one to which I am connected through family, through friends, and through cultural harmony and shared historical experiences that formerly colonized people often have. So for me, this sort of summer's end, this approach to the summer's end and entering into winter, culturally has alignment through many cultures, wisdom traditions that are rooted in earth harmony. So I have my dogs with me, and please excuse them should they bark during our class together. It is part of how I practice. I practice at home, I practice with my family around me, I practice with my beloved pets around me, I practice with my neighbours knocking on the door. That is the nature of yoga at home. So coming into Samhain, we are in a period where we lift the veil. And when we lift the veil, we are coming very close to the other world, the world of our ancestors, the world of the spirit world, the world in which the deities, the gods, the goddesses roam freely. And Samhain is that passing of one season and the movement and transition into the next season. It signals death, it signals rebirth, and symbolizes the abundance of the harvest season, in which we are surrounded by the richness of nature, and then the transition and the beginning into the wintering season, in which we have long, dark nights, where there may be scarcity. It is a time when all of nature withdraws inward. We become introspective, reflective. And in that introspection, in that reflection, we regenerate, we heal, we rebirth. And I want to read to you a quote, and it's a quote that's often chanted, often spoken around this period of Samhain. Tonight is the first of 3 nights on which we celebrate Samhain. It is the end of festival, the last days of summer, and the cold nights with the other side for us. This bounty of our labour, the abundance of harvest, all lie before us. We thank the earth for all she has given us this season, and yet we look forward to winter, a time of sacred darkness. And during this time of sacred darkness, we protect ourselves by lighting fire, by burning candles. We practice rituals that release and renew. We set a place at our table for our ancestors and all who have passed, providing an offering. So our practice today is going to be inspired by the element of fire. Samhain is one of the fire rituals, one of the 4 fire rituals of the year. And the fire element, Agni, symbolizes cleansing, connection with the divine, a clearing. It's an energy which is dynamic, it is discerning, it connects us to wisdom, it is a catalyst for change. So let's start by chanting Om. Have available all that you might need during your practice, and I often invite you to have a bolster or a large pillow or cushion, have some blocks or some large books or a low footstool, have available a blanket, all of the props that are in your home will support you in your practice. And don't forget our greatest support is the earth, the floor beneath us, and the wall. So always use what's around you. Make sure you have everything you need. So take a moment to do that. And then when you are ready, let's come into our Sukhasana, our seat of ease and comfort. Let's bring our hands together in Namaskar at the heart. All fingers and palms pressed together in harmony and balance. Inhale fully to prepare for Om. Take a full breath in, full breath out, for this primordial vibration of the universe representing creation, sustenance and dissolution. Inhale. To the eyebrow center, welcoming yourself to your sacred practice, to your sadhana. So the Samhain is usually close to a full moon, and we've just had a supermoon in Taurus, and so our mantra is going to be Om Som Somaye Namaha, in which we invite the nourishing nectar of the moon. And remember that the moon on a dark night is our guiding light. It reflects the light of the sun. So Agni, the deity of fire, and Soma, the deity of the moon, the cooling energy of the moon, Agni, the deity of the heat and dynamic energy of the sun. These both come together in our practice today. Let's come into our Ida Nadi Mudra, which is bringing our thumb to the tip of our middle fingers. Now let's place our left hand closest to the heart and right hand closest to the Manipur chakra. And we'll chant our mantra Om Som Somaye Namaha 9 times. 3 times out loud, 3 times whispered, and 3 times silently. The quieter we become, the more potent is the seed mantra. Om Som Somaye Namaha. Om Som Somaye Namaha. Om Som Somaye Namaha. Quieter. Om Somaye Namaha. Om Som Somaye Namaha. Om Som Somaye Namaha. Quiet, still, silent. Open out the arms, open out the heart, lift the gaze up towards the moon. Welcome in your practice, your sadhana. Now let's reach for our bolster. We're going to start with our bolster. And we'll move into our breath practices and so on. So taking your low footstool or your bricks, create a support. And then let's place the bolster. Now, at the head, you might want to place a little cushion if it feels a little sunken. So I'll just use my cushion from my sofa there. Bring in the lower lumbar region, sacral area, to the base of your large pillow or bolster. Soles of your feet together. As you exhale, recline onto your bolster. And now let's place our left hand on our heart and our right hand on our lower abdomen. And we'll connect with Dirga Pranayama, 3-part yogic breath. As you inhale, allow and visualize the expansion of the lungs, the ribs, the lower abdomen, and as you exhale, visualize a contraction, a drawing in. Inhaling. Allow your abdomen to fill, your ribs to open, your chest to rise. As you exhale, draw the abdomen in towards the spine, contract the navel, draw the ribs in, the chest lowers. Inhaling, expanding, belly, ribs, chest rise and open. Exhaling, belly, ribs, chest contract back towards the spine. And imagine the rise and fall here. You'll notice as you breathe in, your body rises to meet the palms of your hands. As you breathe out, your body withdraws from the palms of your hands. Dirga Pranayama, 3-part yogic breath. Inhaling, belly expands, ribs open, chest rises. Exhaling, belly draws in, navel contracts to the spine, ribs knit in, chest lowers. And here, as we connect with our breath, we connect with the earth through the Muladhara chakra. The Muladhara chakra connects us to our ancestors, both known and unknown, and to our greatest ancestor, the earth, Bhumima. Honor the ancestors. Visualize, name, welcome, invite the ancestors to watch over you. Express gratitude and thanks for the lineage that has been crafted for you. Three more breaths here. Now, my friends, release your hands and bring your knees together and gently drop your knees over to the left. Now, if there's a long gap between your lower leg and the earth, you may wish to place a cushion there. Place your left hand on the top of your right knee and open out your right palm to the right. So we're in a reclined twist here. It's a gentle twist because we are supported here. The knees are to the left. The right arm is extended out along the earth. And if you wish, place some support by using your pillows underneath that lower leg or between the two legs. One more breath here. Then, my friends, with helping hands, knees back through center and allow them to gently fall over to the right. Place your right hand on top of the left knee and open up the left arm to the side, the right hand resting on the earth. You can bring the thumb and middle finger to touch if you wish in your mudra. Breathing deeply into the abdomen here. 3 more breaths. And then, my friends, with helping hands, knees back to center, place palms on the earth, tuck your chin in, and let's rise up here. Now, before we're going to turn around to face our bolster. Before we do that, we're going to stimulate the Nabi Mama point, which is at the Manipur chakra. So we're going to go clockwise here. So taking your hand, rotate the palm onto your abdomen. So the Mama point is just above the navel, in that area where the ribs meet, and there's an area there above the navel, below where the ribs meet. And that's our Mama point there. So gentle rubbing, rotation of the abdomen here. In gentle circles, let's go clockwise. Here we are stimulating the Manipur chakra, the wheel of energy that is connected to the element of fire. It is the seat of our power, our strength, our confidence and willpower. And when we lift the veil, those are qualities upon which we draw. The fire of the element, the clarity of the chakra helps us to see with clear vision where our world meets the other world. And when we lift the veil, not only are we symbolically connecting with what is behind the veil and what is hidden or invisible to us most of the time, we bring clarity to systems of oppression, to systems of injustice, to systems of inequity. Lifting the veil is an opportunity for us to be able to see the reality of the power dynamics, the lived reality of so many of our community, our local and global community. Okay, so now that we've stimulated our Nabi Mama point, let's release that for a moment, and we'll do a round of Kapalabhati Pranayam. Kapalabhati is often called a pranayam. It's actually a kriya and action, and it's a stimulating, invigorating action. The breath, the expulsion of breath is forceful, the inhale is passive. Let me demonstrate and I'll talk you through it. So sometimes one of the ways that we can help to experience that is to place our hand on our lower abdomen. Take a full natural breath in and out. Then start with the breath in and then expel forcefully out through both nostrils, maintaining a relaxed face, relaxed shoulders. So you're contracting the belly and then expanding the belly forcefully. Let's practice together. Inhale fully, exhale together. And with each expulsion of the breath out, we're contracting or pulling the navel back towards the spine. If you experience migraines, please stay with long, deep breathing. If you're on your moon cycle, again, stay with your long, slow, deep breaths. If you're pregnant, again, stay with the long, slow, deep breaths. Three, two, one. Release the breath out, holding the breath out, tucking the chin. Engage the 3 locks here. The Mula Bandh, the lock at the floor of the pelvic area, the Uddiyana Bandh at the core, and the Jalandhar Bandh at the throat. So these are all contracted and engaged. This intensifies and concentrates the energy. And then release the neck by lifting the chin. That releases the Jalandhar, release the Uddiyana Bandh, and keep the Mula Bandh engaged. Let's do one more round of Kapalabhati, shining skull. Take a full breath in, full breath out. Inhale to prepare. Placing that hand on the lower abdomen if it assists you to experience the contraction and expulsion. In, we breathe. Exhaling forcefully together with a passive inhale. Five, four, three, two, one. Exhale completely. Engage the locks, Jalandhar, Uddiyana, and Mula Bandh. With the breath out here. And then lift the throat, release the locks. When we engage all 3 locks, we call it Mahabandha, the great lock together. So let's come up towards our bolster. Your left hip at the base of the bolster. And let's have the left leg so it's parallel to one edge of the mat, the right lower leg so it's parallel to the short edge of the mat. Lengthen here, and then as you exhale, turn over towards your bolster. With your fingertips on the earth, bring your left ear to rest on your bolster. Now this is more of a gentle twist. If you wish to intensify the twist at the navel, turn the right ear and place that right ear on your bolster. Coming into this reclined twist. This is Mrigyasana, deer pose, with support. Salamba means support. Salamba Mrigyasana. So what we're doing is we're inviting in sort of these yin postures, this yin asana, and we're also working to stimulate the fire or the yang aspect. So we're bringing in yin and yang, Ida and Pingala, fire and cooling of the moon, so the fire of the sun and the cooling of the moon in together. This symbolism of summer's end and winter's beginning coming together. One more breath here. Inhale, lift your head. Make sure your palms or your fingertips are supporting you as you walk your hands back towards your body. Let's counter twist over to the other side for a moment. So place your right hand and left hand on your foot and your knee and look over to the right. And then let's rotate all the way around so that we bring our right hip, and excuse my back to you, right hip to the base of your bolster, your right shin parallel to the long side, your left shin parallel to the short side of your mat. And again, lengthen, exhale, turn over to your bolster. Right ear for a gentler twist, left ear for a more dynamic twist. Now we slip between times, the still point where silence descends. It is not too late to remember, sing the stories. We're still here, part of all that survives, to keep carrying the stories with a thin silver moon as company. We persist in brewing together traces of hope. Words by Molly Remmer. And connect with your mantra at any point. Om Som Somaye Namaha. One more breath here. You'll twist. And then with helping hands, rising up. Gentle counter twist to the left. So left hand on the left foot, right hand on the left knee, looking over the left shoulder. Gentle twist here. And then back to center, my friends. So we won't need our bolster any longer for the moment unless you wish to use it. Let's extend our legs long. We're going to come into a forward fold here, Paschimottanasana. And your option here is to have a soft bend in the knees or extend the legs. If you wish, you can also use your cushion or your, where you could use your bolster. You could place that along your legs so that when you fold over, you're supporting yourself with your bolster. You can also use your hands to create some support for your eyebrow center. So you can have a supported folding forward, or you can have a unsupported with the bolster and use the support of the earth to fold forward, friends. And breathe into the areas of your body where you feel tension or you feel stuckness or tightness. If you ever experience pain, ease back. You have gone beyond that edge of safety for your body. Always thinking about the safety of your body. Sukhasana, seat of ease and comfort. If we are to transcend the physical body, one must feel comfortable within one's own physical body. One must accept one's own physical limitations and challenges and have a softness around that. So often we resist our body's natural places of limit. Those natural places of limit are an indication of this is where I'm at. Be gentle with me. Be kind to me. Inhaling, let's uncurl our spine, coming upright. Tuck in the right heel, extend the left leg long. Coming into Janu Shirsasana, reach up and fold over the left leg. We remember that we have come through famine and fatigue. We have laid our hands on wet earth and shaped it into vessels that can walk through fire. We have crossed continents and nourished countless generations with our body's breath and prayers. More words by Molly Rimmer. Inhale. Sweep your hands back gently. Counter twist over to the right here. Place the right hand behind you, left hand on your right knee. Look over the right shoulder. Back to center, my friends. Extend the right leg long. Tuck in the left heel. Lengthen. And then let's fold over towards the right foot. And soften here. We plant our feet on the living earth. We lift our arms to an open sky, listen to the night. We honor the nameless and we persist in mending the web. Hands extended, eyes alight, bodies worn, but still here together. Inhale, lift your gaze, walk your hands back towards your body and then gentle twist over to the left. That counter twist, left hand behind, right hand on your left knee. And then back to center, my friends. Let's swing our legs around and come onto all fours here. Now, while we're on all fours, coming into cat-cow, remember here, my friends, if you wish to pad your mat, pad your mat. Use a blanket, fold it up, place it underneath the knees. You use whatever props are available for you in your home. Let's spread out your fingers wide. Untuck your toes here for a moment. Draw the navel in towards the spine. And then as you inhale, lift the tailbone, lift the gaze. Open the heart, exhaling, rounding through, tucking in the tail, tucking in the chin. Let's cycle through Majriyasana and Bikhyasana, cat-cow. And move at a pace that feels comfortable for you. You may be moving slowly, you may be moving at a little bit more pace. You choose, my friends. What does your spine need in this moment? These spinal waves are to awaken. Synchronize your breath. Notice how the breath naturally moves with the rhythm of your body. And then let's come into stillness, my friends. Let's circle the hips one way and then the other way. Moving freely here. Look over to the left. Look over to the right. And let's come into balance here. Sadhulasana. Extend the left leg long. Toes pointing down towards the earth. Hug in the navel. Gaze at the earth. Now the option is to stay with both hands on the earth or reach forward with the right arm. And again, let's bring the thumb to the middle finger here, connecting with our Ida Pingala. Ida Nadi, sorry. And just for that little extra measure, let's bring the left knee and the right elbow together. And extend twice more. Into the center and extend. Into center and extend. Into center and extend. And then, my friends, let's go the other way. Let's extend the right leg long. Again, you can keep that left hand on the earth or you can reach forward with it. And when you're ready, let's hug in, knee to elbow. lifting the veil, igniting the fire. These protective fires that keep us safe, but also light the way forward for us. And when you've completed, let's bring your hands down to the earth. Maybe you do one more spinal wave. And now, let's bring our forearms to the earth. We're going to come into plank Phalakasana. Your option, my friends. Have your forearms on the earth. Or you can be on your hands. You choose. So, Ardha Phalakasana or Phalakasana. You're really firing up the Manipur chakra here at the navel. Embrace the fertile dark nights by lightening the fires. So your option, Phalakasana, hands on the earth, toes tucked. Or you can bring your forearms here, my friends, your choice. If you wish, you can bring your knees to the earth. Your variation. And now, my friends, let's lower down to the earth. Untuck the toes. Bring your hands next to your chest, pressing into your hands, pressing through the big toes. Let's rise up in Cobra. And then back into Child's Pose. Forward into Cobra. Back into Child's Pose. One more time. So 3 times in a row. And now let's tuck the toes and move back into Mountain Parvatasana. And here we're going to go backwards and forwards as well. From mountain to plank. Just a few waves backwards and forwards. And if you wish, you can be on your knees for this, my friends. So you can do table. Going backwards and forwards. And when you've had enough of that, and it won't be long before you've had enough of that, let's walk our hands back towards our feet. So keep your hands high on your fingertips. Now, where you might be here, it's going to be either closer to your feet or further away. Have a softness in the knees. Bend into your knees if you wish. Hips are back behind the heels. Fingertips are on the earth. Or you place fingertips on a surface slightly higher up if you wish to raise the earth towards your hands. Bend as deeply into your knees as you wish. Here is an extension for the spine. And then let's walk our hands all the way back to our feet. Uncurl our spine to come up to standing. Wonderful, my friends. So, let's go and stand to the right side of your mat here. We're going to do our Chandra Namaskar sequence. So coming into your mat, my friends, and making sure that you're comfortable with your clothing. Let's come into Tadasana, standing mountain. Now, come back into our either Nadi Mudra, the mudra that connects us to the energies of the moon. As you can see, I'm rotating my hands, and sometimes you can do that to see how you've this movement of this ball of energy. I often like to visualize that there's a moon here, and I'm sort of moving that ball of cool lunar energy. Inhale, hands reach up, fingers interlaced, thumbs index extended, thumbs crossed, Kali Mudra. Exhale over to the left. Inhale to center. Step across the mat, open out in Tadasana, star pose. Bend into your knees, turn the toes out, coming into Devyasana. Kata Konasana or Devyasana. Open out. Let's hinge over to the left, coming into Trikonasana, triangle pose. Now that right arm can reach up towards the sky or be on your right hip. Gazing down, parallel or gazing up as you wish. Bend into the left knee, my friends. And let's bring the left forearm onto the left thigh and reach up and over with the right hand, coming into extended side angle. One breath here. Exhale, bring the hands to the earth. Left hand to the inside of the left foot and then rotate onto the ball of your right foot, coming into dragon pose. You can lower that right knee to the earth if you wish, my friends. From here, we're going to move into Skandasana, which means we're going to scooch across the mat back to where we started. So let's turn over onto the left ball of the left foot, extend the right leg coming onto the heel. Fingertips can stay on the earth here for support. Coming into your Skandasana, or you can bring your hands to your heart, or in your Ida Nadi Mudra. And you might wobble here, and that's okay. Now let's walk all the way over to the right, coming into Skandasana on this side. So coming onto the ball of the right foot, left leg extended. And again, your hands can come into any mudra that you wish. Hands on the earth. Let's rotate onto the ball of the left foot. Shuffle out the right foot, coming into dragon on this side now. So we're parallel. This is going to be the mirror, the parallel movement. Just as the moon reflects the light of the sun, that left knee can be on the earth. Yogi's choice. From here, let's scoot that right foot in, drop that left heel, and bring the right forearm onto the right thigh, and reach up and over with the left arm. Om Som Somaye Namaha. Moving into triangle pose, Trikonasana, right hand to the inside of the right leg, left hand on left hip, or reaching up. Yogi's choice. Coming back up, let's come into Devyasana, goddess pose. Rising up into star pose, Tadasana. Now we're going to step over to the left. Hands together, Kali Mudra. Exhale to the right. Hands back to the heart, back into Tadasana. So we've completed one half of the movement. Now we're going to do the other half of the movement. We're going to add on and layer up our practice here. So let's start on this side. Now we're going to, so we started on the left, work to the left. Now we're on the right and we're going to work to the right. So in Chandana Namaskar practices, we'll start on the left. Right, let's take the right foot behind us. Bend into the left knee. You're on the ball of the right foot, coming into a Lakshmi pose. Thumb and middle finger connected. cross the wrists and lift your gaze up towards the moon. Exhale, step across your mat, Tadasana, star pose. Goddess pose, and now here for goddess pose, let's rise up onto the balls of our feet. And you can create circles with your hands, waves here. Again, I like to imagine that I'm circling the fire, the ball of fire, the ball, whether it's the sun or the moon, whether you want to connect with the energy of the summer or the energy of the winter here. And then when you're ready, my friends, let's straighten through the knees and let's work towards that way. Turn the right foot out. Rotate onto the ball of the left foot, coming into the warrior. Virabhadrasana. Warrior 1, left heel on the earth, my friends. Open out, warrior 2. Left hand to left thigh, up and over. Peaceful warrior, Shanti warrior. And then let's bring our hands to the earth. Hop that left foot forward, coming into pyramid. Hands can be on the earth, so you can be folded forward, or you can bring your hands to your heart. Crown reaching forward. Bend into your right knee, extend that left leg out. Come into Skandasana. Take a moment here. Over to the left, Skandasana. Over to the right. And then let's turn the foot and let's step with the left foot to meet the right foot so that we're on the right side of the mat now. And let's start the reflection of that practice here. So left foot goes behind here on the ball of your foot. Hands up and over, thumb and middle fingers connected. Lift your gaze. Exhale, step across the mat, Tadasana, star pose. Come into goddess pose. And again, come onto the balls of your feet here. And let's create movement here. Going one way and then the other way. So these transitions, as we transition in Samhain from summer's end to winter's beginning, as we lift the veil, we begin to experience the movement of energy. Oops, there we go. Keep your gaze focused. Really important to keep that drishti. What happens when you lose that drishti? Okay, my friends, back into Tadasana. Let's turn that left foot out. Come onto the ball of the foot here. Then drop the heel, coming into warrior, Virabhadrasana. Exhale the great warrior, Mahavirabhadrasana. Right hand to right thigh, up and over, Shanti warrior, peaceful warrior. Exhale. Let's now bring the hands down towards the earth, coming into pyramid. Again, fingertips can be on the earth. That right foot can be as in a line with the left foot, or it can be wide, depending on what base you want to create for your pyramid. Hands can be at the heart center, crown reaching forward here. And then let's bring the hands to the earth and reach back with that left foot so that we're coming into our dragon variation before we move into Skandasana. And remember, this Skandasana, we flow from one side to the other. And let's turn and step up, coming to standing here. And now let's take our final cross here. There we go. And you can take both feet across. And this is your opportunity to step across the mat. Bring your hands to your hips. Let's lower the heart so it's parallel to earth. Bring the left hand down. Reach up with the right arm. Take your gaze with you. And let's do the same the other way. And then heel toe in slightly to come into Malasana, yogi squat. Before coming down to the earth, my friends. And now, when we come down to the earth, we are going to move into bridge pose, Setu Bandhasan. So for you here, let's take a few moments. Left hand on heart, right hand on abdomen. Reconnect with your breath. Reconnect with Dirga Pranayam, 3-part yogic breath here. I'll guide you through the breath. Inhaling, belly expands, ribs open, chest rises. Exhaling, belly contracts, navel draws to the spine, ribs knit in, chest lowers. Inhaling to expand and fill, exhaling to contract and empty. It is time to weave new stories from the bones of old and forgotten things, mixing them with golden seeds of possibilities and the flares of inspiration, touching this moment now. Thank you, Molirima. Om Som Somaye Namaha. Tend to your inner world of dreams, which will help you to illuminate the path forward. Here, my friends, let's place the hands on either side of our body so that our fingertips can brush the backs of our heels, tuck in the neck slightly, engage the core, and as you do, begin to lift the pelvic bowl, lifting the hips and pelvis up. Imagine you are squeezing a block between the thighs here, keep the chin tucked in here. Setu Bandhasana, bridge pose. Exhale to lower. Take a moment and we'll do this 3 times. So inhale to lift, engage here, squeezing the thighs, the Mula Bandha is engaged, the Uddiyana Bandha is engaged, the Jalandhara Bandha is engaged. So we have all 3 great locks engaged here. Energy is being concentrated. Pran, the vital life force energy. Exhale to lower. One final time, let's inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. From here, my friends, we're going to move into shoulder stand, Shavasana. So your option here, if shoulder stand is not in your practice, please come into curling your knees so that you're hugging your knees to you. You can tuck in your chin so you kind of just sort of curled up fall here. And that's an option for you here. If you shoulder stand is in your practice, place your hands firmly on the floor so your forearms are going to act as a scaffold for you when you need. Inhale, bring your knees in towards your heart and then towards your eyebrow center.
Notice my hands are on the floor. Now I'm going to support my lower back. And when my lower back feels supported with the tripod of my arms, I reach up with one leg and then the other leg, keeping my throat tucked in so my Jalandhar band is engaged here. Keep supporting the lower back. Imagine that you are the light, the candle flame here. Remember, your option is to be curled up in a ball here, sort of reverse balasana. From here, my friends, you have the option of bringing your knees in towards your eyebrow center and reaching behind, coming into Halasana, cloud pose. Keeping that back supported if you wish. We're not here for long. To come out, bend into your knees so that your knees are supported by your forehead here. So there's a touch point here. Place your hands on the earth and then extending your legs. Gently uncurl your spine so it rolls down onto the mat. Connect with the mat fully with your spine and then lower your legs here. Take a moment to realign the spine. And our final asana before we move into Shavasana is fish pose, Matsyasana, which is our counterpose. And if you are curled up here, uncurl your legs so that we are all meeting in Matsyasana, fish pose. Bend into your knees. Place your feet flat on the earth. Place your hands underneath your sacrum, one hand on the other, on top of the other, palms flat. And an option to keep your knees bent or extend your legs here. Hug in your elbows and then lifting yourself up. Keep that chin tucked in. You're using your elbows to support you here. So again, your forearms and elbows are creating a tripod. And then reach back with your head. Now, if you find you've gone too far forward, you want to bring your head on the earth, bring your head on the earth. Or place a bolster underneath your head. Throat is open here. That is the aim of this asana. It's to create an opening at the throat, at the Jalandhar lock. Because Sharvangasana and Halasana closes the throat lock. We're now opening the throat lock. And when we're ready, let's tuck back the chin and release the hands from underneath us. Open out the arms and legs. Cover ourselves with our blanket so that we can move into Shavasana. Coming into your pose in which we rest and repose, in which the magic of Samhain and its endless possibilities come into clarity. We return to the beginning, we begin anew. We are at the winter's gate, in the deepest, in the darkest moon, the fertile world, the fertile womb, the fertile void. It is here in this silence that all can begin to grow anew. Silence roots trees and leaves, the land is stripped back to the bone.
Wood smoke at dusk, wet leaves in layers stuck to our boots, the spider, the web, the ancestor bread, a purple candle in the heavy hung window for our beloved dead returning home. The night of the shore left behind, the exposed root, the vulnerable wound, the night to be soft with our hearts, protect our scars, gathering close to the welcoming earth. Words of Deborah Hall, thank you. Om Som Somaye Namaha. Om Som Somaye Namaha. Om Som Somaye Namaha. Adopt here the veil. Veil through which you can see all that is beyond the visible world, the material world. When you are ready to rise up from Shavasana, there's no need to do that. You can pause the video and take your time. Roll over onto your left side. Curling to sleeping Krishna for a moment. And then arise with support. Have mischievous flicks at the moment. Coming back into Sukhasana. Let's adopt Ushas Mudra. Interlace your fingers and the thumbs resting against the palms of the hands. You're creating this sort of cradle here. And Ushas Mudra brings in the new day, the new beginnings, new possibilities. And before we close, I just want to offer you some practices for your sadhana. You can chant Om Som Somaye Namaha for the next 21 days. Take meditative walks in nature, drawing on mindfulness, awareness of the senses and observances in nature. Collect natural objects and place them on your altar. Create a centerpiece for your table in which you place harvest foods like pumpkins and squash and root vegetables and nuts and berries, and gatherings from nature, leaves and acorns. Honor your ancestors by lighting a candle and speaking their names, finding photographs, offering them gratitude. Light a candle and place it at the window so that you may guide the spirits and guide the ancestors. And let that candle be a beacon in the dark night. And offer peace so that your ancestors may rest and sleep with ease. Reflect on your year and all that you have achieved and all of your challenges, and journal. Light a fire or your candle, and as you do for yourself, write down behaviours, thoughts, patterns that you wish to release on a piece of paper, and then burn that piece of paper. And as the sound flames burn away those habits, thoughts, behaviours that do not serve you, imagine release. Summer is gone, winter is coming. We have planted and we have watched the garden grow. We have weeded and we have gathered the harvest. Now it is at its end. Samhain blessings to you, my friends. Om Som Somaye Namaha. Om Som Somaye Namaha. Om Som Somaye Namaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Thank you, dear, beloved, blessed ones. Offering you peace to all, wherever you are.